Hello everyone, welcome back to Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. Now, here we are at the first murder. Our our lovely friend from the first game who survived is dead. Fatka Togami. And pet doing any good? Okay. But yeah. Fatka Togami is now gone. We're about to move on to the investigation phase, I assume. But obviously, we got some lines to read. So, yeah, last time, Fyakia was trying to throw a party for the gang to try to get everyone on the same page and not killing each other, and to figure out things. Obviously, there was a motive for this, for someone to gain their memories back. They had to kill someone. That was the motive, and Fatka made it his duty to try to have everyone was to try to keep everyone alive and no one murdered. And I guess may the mighty fall, 'cause that same exact line that he was trying to do hit him. So yeah, the first death of the second game, a blessed soul of the first game. Obviously, he survived in the first one. And yeah, now we're here because someone turns the lights off and committed a murder. And yeah, that's what happened. So, here we go. For the rest of my life, I will never forget what I saw. What I saw the ultimate of fluid progeny, Byakuya Togami, already dead and beyond recognition. Deadly life. Oh wow. What's interesting about the first one is that they would always show a character in, and unless they do it the same here, there'd be no difference. But for the first one, no one was shown in there. I just stood there, horrified, as shouts of screams rang out behind me, as I gazed quietly at the body of my former friend. But why? That sounded a little fake. This is impossible. Don't mess with me. This must be some kind of mistake. This can't be real blood, right? It's gotta be something like jam or sauce. Because if not, this is...
Good gracious, things quickly took a turn for the worse. My, my! Now this is interesting. On this tropical paradise known as Jabberwock Island, the very first murder has finally taken place.
Murder? Hold on. Then does this mean...
Boo! Of course. Byakuya was killed by one of you.
What?
If you look at the body, you can tell instantly he was obviously murdered. Look, he has such a horrible expression on his face, don't you think?
I can't see his face.
A face filled with regret that his life was ended by force, all thanks to someone else's selfish desires.
Even worse, compared for the fact that the Togami Corporation was a thing.
To have a dying face such as this. This isn't murder. Then what could it be? Then what the heck could it be? Byakuya was most likely sacrificed by someone who really wanted to leave this island.
The lies. It's all lies. You're lying that he was murdered. Murdered. The moment I screamed that word, a thick, muddy feeling of despair swelled within my body, which means that that I've accepted the fact that Byakuya was murdered.
Oh, is that really Byakuya? Why? Why did this happen? Why Byakuya? I see, I see. It appears that Fuyuhiko is the only one who isn't here. So, in the spirit of keeping everyone on the same page, how about we do this in the usual way?
Up. Merde, she wrote. Class trial?
I've already explained this to you, right? If one of you gets murdered, the rest of you have to debate who you think is the blackened.
You're telling us to figure out who the killer is?
That's right. From this point on, you guys must investigate and uncover the blackened culprit. It can't be. Someone actually killed. There's no way. Whew. If you make an outburst like that, you'll end up being a suspect.
I won't believe it. One of us killed Byakuya? There's no way someone so as that would ever happen.
If you're actually thinking that way, that means you guys are already being conned by the killer. Come on, let's hurry up and begin! An impassioned, life-risking battle between you guys and the blackened, and it's already started. It started the moment one of you plotted to kill someone. Hey, what are you saying? Everyone, please, he cannot. You should not believe what Monokuma says. No matter how much you interfere, there's only ever one truth. Name. You have a grandpa? Grave. Grave? Your grandpa is dead? What happened to him? Plane. What happened to your grandpa? Did his plane crash? I don't even know where to begin. At this rate. Did you see that? That's a stunning display of power. Defy your big brother, and I will show you no mercy.
This game is more childish than the first one.
I will harden my heart and teach you a lesson you won't soon forget. If only I had my magic stick, I'd be able to fight back against Monokuma. Yeah, whatever. Let's just leave the whining of a rabbit alone, loser alone, and get on with the investigation. Now, in the spirit of lovely Tao and Dovey deception, put your heart and soul into investigating. I wish you the best of luck.
And with that, Monokuma vanished, leaving those of us who were grief-stricken alone with our despair. Where's the Monokuma file?
What does this mean? I don't understand this at all. A search for Byakuya's killer. Why did it turn out like this? Ugh, give me a break. Why do I have to be involved in this horrible situation? You can't doubt each other, 'cause you're all friends.
Well, as much as that would be the case, someone murdered Byakuya.
But Mr. Hamhands really did get killed, right? If we don't find out who the killer is, we're all gonna get killed, right? That means that I cannot abide by this. Now that I've finally made friends, there is no way I can doubt them. Seriously, did you even listen to what I said? It doesn't matter if you can abide by this or not. We gotta do this to survive, right? Then we have no choice but to do it. No! Friends doubting friends is a major no-no. Ah, shut up! Just go away already, you useless piece of trash. Wow, friends are scary.
Do we really have to do it?
No, I don't want to do something like that. I don't want to do it either. It sounds so scary. However, it's just as Hiyoko said. If we're going to get killed for not doing it, then we must do it. But still, I can't believe one of us killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe it. There's no way. So for that reason, I'll do it. I'll investigate Byakuya's death. I'll do my best to prove there is no killer among us. There's no need to deceive or doubt each other. What we need to fight is not ourselves, but that which is trying to crush us, this despair. Selfless reality. That's the real enemy we need to fight. If I'm going to survive this, then I have to fight it. Before you start, can I say something? In closed-circle detective games, the player usually has to decide who's going to guard the crime scene.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, in this case, supposedly we don't have a detective now. Speaking to that, because in the first game it was more easier with Kyoko behind, knowing kind of like the way around, the wayabouts.
What should we do? Oh yeah, it would be bad if the killer destroyed the evidence and got away with it. To destroy the evidence? Look over there! That big, bulky, brawny guy is perfect for the guard job.
True. What the heck? What happened?
That guy has a sensitive heart despite his looks.
Is that what it means?
I can be the one who watches the crime scene. I have enough confidence to investigate the body. It's not like I have the brains either. I'll just stay by Byaku's side. That's the least I can do. That's what guard duty is, right? My hero. I'll do my best to not get in your way. I have medical training, so if it's not too much, I can perform an autopsy. Please. So you're going to stay as well. Is that okay? And what specifically should we be doing now? I have no idea.
It's pretty obvious we're all just amateurs. If only we had a detective from the first game. Going through each grain of sand on the beach just to find a clue would be a waste of time. The only ones who can do that are the police. There's no way amateurs like us would be able to do that. Of course, if we look back in the first game. So let's first rely on our intuition. We'll start from there and prove that none of us could have killed Byakuya.
But to perform an autopsy on your friend, how cruel. But I have no choice, right? There's no way I could do something like decline, right?
I won't believe it. Byakuya got killed. I don't believe that at all. Fine, I'm in.
If we are to survive, this is our only path. Something like this is the only thing we can do in order to stay alive.
Find out who the killer is. That's the only hope for survival. Something like this is hope? Even so, I still gotta do it. Alright. You thought it was time for the investigation, but... Now it's on an iPad. Just as I thought. You amateurs need this, right? But what the hell is a Monokuma file? Of course, if you don't know what a Monokuma file is, which you should not be here right now, Monokuma file is what was used to kill the person, what the person is, aside from the fifth case in the first game. The whereabouts and the time. Well, usually the time. And the other times you'll have to probably figure out the time. Jeez, explaining all the rules all the time really breaks my bones. In this case, it's nighttime, so we kind of will have a way around with our time. Well, it's not like I have bones in the first place. Like, don't even make me say such lame jokes. Let's see. The Monokuma file contains precise and detailed information regarding the dead body. I've brought it to you so you guys can smoothly proceed with the investigation. I'm such a nice guy. I'm so nice I want to be known as the Mother Teresa of the mascot world.
Nice, you say? It's the selfish meaning.
My, the mono me, the meaningless mascot. You're still here.
Don't put me in the meaningless mascot genre.
Come on, let's go. Your turn is already up. Hurry up and get the hell out of here with me.
How'd you don't put my ears? They're gonna come off.
They're finally gone. The Monokuma file, huh? Anyway, I guess I should look it over just in case. iPad. Gotcha. How's the death of the victims? The victim's body was discovered in the dining hall of the old building near the Hotel Mirai. Oh, that's where the blood spots were of the stab wounds. The estimated time of death is 11:30 p.m. Alright, so we got our time. The victim was repeatedly stabbed over 10 times between the throat and abdominal region, resulting in death. And there's what seems to be our weapon, which is the knife, and somewhat of binoculars to see. Maybe those were used to see in the dark. And there's also a rip in the curtain. Aside from that, the body has no other external injuries, and no chemicals such as poison were detected. So, Byakuya is really dead. Damn it, you promised there wouldn't be even one victim. Why'd you end up being one? May the mighty may fall. And now, I'll never know what you're going to say to me. I guess they'll be left for mystery to kind of for these characters to figure out. Obviously, since the first game, you know who he is.
I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. It was inevitable that I would end up this way. In the end, what did he even mean? Could it be?
Even so, there really is a traitor. Isn't that gosh darn awful? Pretending to be your ally and tricking you guys. If it can't be helped, if someone like that gets killed, right?
A traitor? No way. Just because he said a lot of serious things doesn't mean he was the traitor.
But of course, it's still a possibility.
What am I thinking?
Obtain true bullet. Document file number 1 has been added to the true bullet section of your handbook.
Anyway, we need to carefully examine everything. So I need to do it. If we're going to survive this, we need to do it. I have to prepare myself for the worst.
Alright, here we go. Oh, new theme. Alright, so yeah. Obviously, if you don't know what kind of how investigation of the Dongrapple scene goes, or if you kind of forgot about it, each murder in the game will take place of an investigation. You will be the one who has to figure out the case because, you know, main character syndrome. God, I hope it's fucking better with this game and the third one. But yeah, because in the first game, you had to do it with Makoto Negu, who was not the smartest of people, but he was very optimistic for what it was doing, which was interesting. But yeah, depicting of what we got, we got people who we're going to talk to, and we got the table, which is the murder scene, and every other table, and then we got the cloth scene, which is right there. But yeah, this, that, and that will likely not matter, since that's the AC, which has nothing to do with the power. Of course, that may be something to do, but yeah. Obviously, we should check in with the people. So I'll start with Mikon.
Yeah, I must investigate my classmate's body. Yes, I'm the one who has medical knowledge. That's all I need to do. To do it somehow.
Before you start, why don't you calm down a bit?
You're right. I need to calm down first. I'm careless enough as it is.
It's pretty obvious from how you felt earlier.
I'm terribly sorry about that. For showing you something so unsightly. Yeah, you made me remember it again.
Okay. Slipped on the back carpet and was struggling to get back up.
It's so embarrassing.
So in the blackout, she fell.
Please erase it from your memory.
Even if you ask me, I won't be able to forget it so easily. Sorry.
I can't stand it.
Team truthful, embarrassing pose. Yeah. I probably should have checked the thing to say. Showing you something so outside that you may remember again. I just fool myself in front of everyone. Forget making a so how in the world did you end up like that? Well, I got started by the blackout, slipped on the carpet, and once I was trying to get back up. So embarrassing. Please erase memory. So yeah, during the blackout, she fell and slipped on the carpet, and then yeah, that pose. God, fan service at its finest. Yeah. So that's from Mikon. Nagito.
Hey, Hachimi, there's something I want to run by you. Before the blackout occurred, Byakuya was in the dining hall with the rest of us, right?
Yeah, that's right. The people who were in it was what I believe is Nagito, Mikon, Byakuya. There was Akane. There was Ibuki. There was me, Mahiro. There was Nikomaru, Gundam. Piko was not there. Fuyuhiko was not there. Chiaki was not there. Because Fuyuhiko was doing whatever he's doing.
And if Byakuya's dead body was discovered after the blackout, then don't you think he died during the blackout?
That's where it was most. That's the biggest possibility we have here, considering the fact that if we were to see him murdered under the table, that'd be supremely obvious to see who our murderer was, and a bit unusual.
Well, now that you mention it, but why was Byakuya's body under a table? Even if the killer tried to hide him, it's not like he would have stayed hidden forever. Isn't it confusing?
You're absolutely right. Seems finding out exactly what happened. It seems finding out exactly what happened during the blackout is the key to solving the mystery. There's no way I know. It's so dark during the blackout. I can't see a thing. I think that's where the binoculars will come in.
Although, if seeing was impossible, then it's possible someone might have heard something.
Heard something? Are you talking about her? Heard something. My hero.
My hero, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine.
Is that what you expected me to say? Because I feel terrible! One of my Becca is alive, and then, well, in an instant, something awful suddenly happens. Of course, I'm not fine. And not only that, but whoever killed him was one of us, right?
That hasn't been determined yet.
It's already been returned. You've already accepted it, haven't you? That we have to find out who the killer is. Find out which friend killed our friend.
I don't like it either, but we won't survive if we don't go through it with it. It's not just for yourself. We have to do it to protect all of us.
If only I had acted going during the blackout, Becca might have still been alive. This whole thing would have never happened.
Stop blaming yourself. Nothing good will come out of it.
Jeez, getting cheered up by a boy isn't like me at all. Hey, Hatchery, forget what I just said. Got it?
Yeah, that's fine. I got it.
Anyway, I won't dwell on it for now. It can't become a burden to everyone. Plus, there might be a clue that only I have access to.
A clue?
Photos, the ones I took just before the blackout. Remember? Hey, Becca! Wait, come on, everyone, come on! I'm gonna take a picture. All right, say cheese.
Oh yeah, the pictures.
Want to see them? I did your camera so I can show them to you right now.
Really? Please?
Let's see, it's this photo and this one. I took these two photos right before the blackout, but huh?
Something wrong?
I didn't realize it just before the blackout. Becca was
Standing to the left.
standing in a totally different place than where we found him.
Alright, interesting.
Wasn't his body under the tape or with the lamp on top of it? The one under the model?
Yes, exactly.
Prior to that, Becca was standing along the wall farthest away from that table.
You're right. That's pretty far. There's something. Everyone's standing position before the blackout might be a huge clue. Hey, can you approximate everybody's standing position from these photos?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's really hard to understand from the photos alone, so it might be better for me to plot it out. But would that actually provide a clue?
I don't know yet, but I feel like it could.
Got it, then leave it to me. That's pretty much the only job I can do anyway.
Thank you.
Alright, now that's decided. You better work hard on your investigation too. How much longer are you planning to stand around? What's going on? You gotta find out how Becca died!
Yeah, I know, but it's good she's all fired up now, but she's a totally different person than when she was feeling down. That's kind of why I like her. Okay. Oh, the Durley. Oh, shit, that's open. Gunham Tanaka. Oh, hellhound here. Answer my call! Is this effort futile as well? Hey, are you still looking for the earring you dropped? It's not a mere earring. It is a hellhound earring. Long ago in the faraway land, a beast known as the hellhound was feared by all, even by he who summoned it. Well, this is certainly random. The hellhound tore its way through innumerable battlefields, its fang glistening with blood, and his drenched blood-red fur would dry in the howling winds of loneliness. When I finally tamed that diabolic beast, I received an earring to commemorate that event. The Hellhound earring, so that I may never forget the night I battled that fearsome Pomeranian. I wear that earring at all times. Is that really about a friggin' Pomeranian? I understand it's important to you, but for now, we need to investigate. Where is it? Where did it disappear to? Maybe it fell underneath the floor? The carpet didn't cover the whole floor. It might have fallen through the gaps between the exposed floorboards. So that's what has transpired. Such a clever little bauble. Gunham laughed uproariously as he walked toward the wall and pressed his head against the gaps in the floor and peered between the floorboards. Ah, there it is! I found it truly. That is the Hellhound earring. It seems God exists for my benefit. I see. Good for you. However, how do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, it would probably not reach either. Then maybe you should just give up? Give up what? The world? I mean, give up the earring. Fool, have you not yet realized? The world will come to an end if the human race were to lose that earring. You humans are so satisfied with clothing yourselves in layers of false knowledge. But even with all those layers, you still will not survive the winter. Why am I being scolded? It was foolish on me to rely on you fools. Fine, I shall do something about it on my own. Now you excuse me, I must go save the world. He wants that earring back by any means necessary. His determination is truly inspiring, but it'd be nice if he actually helped me with the investigation. The gaps in the floorboards, interesting. Depicting the scenes, let's talk about that middle skewer that was said missing. It was 5, right? There might be something with that metal skewer. Ah, this is the metal case Byakuya had with him. I believe he said it was made of duralumin. The last time I saw it, it was closed, but now there are a lot of odd things inside this case, like a nightstick and a pepper spray. A nightstick? Hmm? What's this? Hard plastic case, but that's just the case. The inside is empty. What was inside? The binoculars! But the one thing that really catches my attention is the small key. It must be the key to the other duralumin case. That other case was in the office, and all of the collected dangerous items were inside of it. If the key to the duralumin case is right here, then it's unlikely that the murder weapon used to kill Byakuya was taken from that case. Which means the weapons inside that duralumin case aren't related to Byakuya's murder. Even so, I still don't get it. Why did Byakuya have this duralumin case in the first place? A case packed with all the security equipment. Maybe he was being extra cautious just in case? No, that can't be right. That's way too overboard. Could he have known something was going to happen beforehand? Because of that, he went to all this trouble to be extra careful. Okay, so the duralumin case, the smaller one. Alright, so let's take a look at the thing. On this very table, Byakuya was... First, I should investigate the top of the table. Though the only top of the table that really catches my eye is this desk lamp. I think we should pay more attention. Well, aside from the desk lamp, this desk lamp is turned on, right? Why wasn't it turned on during the blackout? Was it connected to the blackout in the circuits inside the walls? If that were the case, then the desk lamp would have an excuse being turned off. But why is it turned on now? Looks like an antique camera. It seems rather heavy. Power cord was connected to the outlet, so it could have been useless during the blackout. Other than that, there's nothing else on the table that really stands out to me, so now's not the time for me to flinch. I gotta do it! I let out a shout as if to encourage myself, and quickly looked beneath the table. Wait, that's not a curtain rip. That's a sticker. Immediately, I noticed an unexpected smell, like rusted iron hanging in the air, and during the stinging pain in the back of my eyes, I slowly shifted my gaze toward Byakuya's body. Byakuya Togami, the ultimate fluent progeny. He was the kind of guy who said a lot of hurtful things, but he tried his best to lead everyone. Why did he have to end up like this? The only thing I can do right now, for Byakuya's sake, is uncover the truth behind his death. So, first off, let's check with the... Can we check the curtain? Oh, we have the bloodstain. We should check the bloodstain always last. We should always see what's the obvious parts. So in the first case, let's check the knife. The bloody knife. Is this the weapon that killed Byakuya? Hold on. Huh. You see that sticker? How did the killer bring this knife to the diner hall in the first place? Byakuya thoroughly patted down everyone and thoroughly inspected every corner of this old building. And all the confiscated dangerous items were supposed to be placed in that duralumin case. It's possible they stole his knife from the case. Or they hid it somewhere hard to find. Well, it can't be the duralumin case. We knocked it down already that the key to the other duralumin case could only be that key in the case that Byakuya had. The only way for someone to get to it were to have that, or they hid somewhere hard. Also, there's one more thing about this knife that's strange. There's some kind of paint that's been applied to the hilt, and the dim light beneath the table. It seems to glow dully. Could this be glowing paint? Knife has been added. So that's a murder weapon. But now, we should check the... before we get on... Well, now that we have the knife, we should check out this. Something stuck to the back of the table. Is this duct tape? There seems to be pink light to the non-sticky side of the duct tape. The dim light beneath the table seems to glow dully. Could this be glowing paint? Alright. So now that we have that and that, so we have these two somewhat are connected to each other. Now let's check Byakuya's body. The body is collapsed face down on the table, as if he was in the middle of attempting something. It looks like he was going to the Monica file. He was repeatedly stabbed between the throat and the abdominal region. It doesn't seem like he was stabbed at the back, and that he was stabbed in front of him. And if he was stabbed in front of him, how did he get down in that position? Someone must have had to stab him and then move his... Someone must have had to stab him to get place. But how? Really stabbed? Would one of us really do something so horrible? Cool files. Yeah. Now with that, we have the bloodstain. The blood flowing from Byakuya's body, huge pool under the table. There's a lot of blood. There's blood spattered everywhere. Even the inside of the tablecloth is covered in blood. Interesting. So, in this case, because of the tablecloth being, this tablecloth had something to do with it. Was he killed near it? Was he killed on top of it? Was he? Was it to clean up some of the blood, or was he killed on top of it and then thrown under? But the person didn't. And the person tried to kill him inside. Whatever happened, there's something important with this tablecloth. Blood might have splattered all over the place where he got stabbed, but doesn't seem to be drag marks leading from the blood pool. Blood stain on the table. And then the night vision goggles. There. What is this? It looks like binoculars, but why is there a pair of binoculars under the table? Hajime, those aren't binoculars. Eh? Then what are they? Eh? Those are probably night vision goggles. Night vision goggles? I seen them at the supermarket on this island. They also stocked self-defense kits too. If that's the case, did the killer use these night vision goggles to kill Byakuya during the blackout? Night vision goggles have been added to the section of the handbook. I'm sure it's pretty much investigated what's under the table. Like the fact it's just me, I think I'm working pretty hard. Maybe it's just a little. I'm sure we're getting close to the truth behind Byakuya's death. Alright. Are we able to leave yet? Or do we gotta check everything else? Well, in this case, I'm going to go and end off this episode right here. Thank you all so much for coming by to this lovely day of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. We'll see what the murder is going to be uncovered. Peace, peeps.